Good morning and a hearty welcome to you all for being part of this live webinar. St. Francis Institute of Technology is immensely happy to host this webinar on responsible use of medicines. The objective of this webinar is to create awareness on how important it is to know about the medicines that we consume and the appropriate, conscious, and responsible use of them in our lives. We begin this webinar with our college prayer, asking Almighty God to shower His blessings upon each one of us. Let us remain in silence as our college anthem is being played.
Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring your love. Where there is injury, your pardon, Lord. And where there's doubt, your faith in you. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there's despair in life, let me bring hope. Where there is darkness, only light. And where there's sadness, never joy. Oh, Master, grant that I may never see so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, in giving of ourselves that we receive, and in dying that brings eternal life. Oh, Master, grant that I may never see so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring your love. Where there is injury, your pardon, Lord. Where there's doubt, your faith in you.
I would now like to call upon Dr. Kevin Noronna, Dean Academics, to give the welcome address and also to introduce the resource person of today's webinar.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Kevin Noronna, Dean Academics of St. Francis Institute of Technology. Let me tell you about St. Francis Institute of Technology. I'll just share the screen. St. Francis Institute of Technology was established in the year 1999 in the midst of a generous 5 acres of lush green setting in order to provide a conducive environment to the young engineering aspirant, thus fulfilling a long-felt public need of an institute of excellence in the field of engineering in Mumbai. SFIT is approved by AICTE and is permanently affiliated to the University of Mumbai. It is a private, unaided, self-financing, religious, Roman Catholic minority educational institute. Currently, SFIT offers 5 undergraduate programs in the most coveted disciplines such as computer engineering, electronics and telecommunication engineering, information technology, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and postgraduate program, as well as PhD programs in computer engineering and electronics and telecommunication engineering. National Board of Accreditation, NBA, has granted accreditation to 2 UG programs, that is Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering and Information Technology, for 3 years till June 2022. Additionally, the institute is also certified for meeting the Quality Management System Standard ISO 9001:2015 for providing undergraduate courses in engineering technology. I'm also honored to mention that SFIT has been consistently ranked one among the top 5 engineering colleges under University of Mumbai. Its campus placement is too very impressive at 90% and above. The salient features of SFIT's vision statements, namely chrysalis, entrepreneurship, and ethical values, have motivated us to become a part of this esteemed professional institute. Dear friends, today we are organizing a webinar on responsible use of medicine. Today, the resource person for today is Mrs. Manjari Garat. Mrs. Manjari Garat is the Vice President and Chairperson of the Community Pharmacy Division of Indian Pharmaceutical Association. She is also the in-charge principal of KM Kundanani Pharmacy Polytechnics, Ulhasnagar. Mrs. Garat is the recipient of the prestigious Pan-Asian Ishidate Award for Community Pharmacy at the 27th FAPA Congress held in Manila, Philippines in the year 2019. She also has received 2 international awards, one from the International Pharmaceutical Federation in 2016 at Buenos Aires and the other Ishidate in 2018. Madam is very active in the area of consumer medicine education. She was instrumental in establishing a public-private partnership engaging community pharmacists in TB DOTS program. She has started an innovative campaign on medicine literacy to improve the medicine usage by consumers since 2018. Mrs. Garat is a regular writer in many of the leading newspapers such as Lok Satta and Maharashtra Times. A recent article in Lok Satta on 1st May emphasized on the judicious use of disinfectants and hand sanitizers and are worth reading in the present scenario. She also has a book to her credit named Ashudha Aushatanan. Welcome you, madam, for this interactive session today here at SFIT. I would also like to welcome our director, Brother Jose Duritil, Deputy Director, Brother Vijay Kumar Pereira, our principal, Dr. Cincy George, all the deans, HODs, teaching and non-teaching staff of faculty of SFIT. I would also like to extend a very warm welcome to all the participants who have joined us from across the country. Now I request our resource person, Mrs. Manjari Garat, to take the session. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thanks to St. Francis Institute of Technology for this invitation and giving me an opportunity to connect to all your faculty, students, directors, deans, and the parents of the students, as well as the other invitees. We are going to speak about the responsible use of medicine. And I'm just sharing my screen now. So, medicines have become part and parcel of our daily life, and therefore we need to know a little more about the medicine so that we can become very conscious. हम उसके बारे में जागरूक रहेंगे, सजग रहेंगे और उसको responsibly use करेंगे. So, in this outline of the presentation, we are going to discuss little bit about कि pharma industry हमारे country में क्या है, कैसी है, what are the modern medicines, आधुनिक औषध क्या है, what is this consumption, what are the side effects or adverse drug reactions, दुष्परिणाम क्या रहते हैं medicines के, usage of medicines, हमारे country में usage कैसे होता है medicines का, are we using it responsibly or are we using it irresponsibly, then what is the need for the responsible use of medicines, and so a little bit into depth we will discuss about know your medicines. And then we will discuss about, as just now Professor said, the Dean said, the precautions during and post-COVID, because we are going to live with Corona. So we need to take some precautions even after the pandemic as such has gone. Everybody of you, maybe you have heard, or if you have not heard, it is a matter of pride that India is called as pharmacy of the world. Recently, India has been in news globally because you must have heard the American president said hydroxychloroquine is required for COVID, and India started exporting this hydroxychloroquine. So we have been the third largest manufacturing in the terms of volume in the world. And we have been the main generic drug supplier to the world from Africa to United States. We have 74 manufacturing units in the country, which have US FDA approval. FDA stands for Food and Drug Administration. So we are unique, apart from United States, having these many number of manufacturers outside USA, India is the only country. We are manufacturing more than 550 molecules. This is a rough number. We have manufacturing units, 20,000 companies, and we are making 1 lakh formulations out of these 550 drugs and their combinations. So it is a very, very huge world of medicines. Now, as you see, the disease burden in our country as well as globally. पूरी दुनिया में ये जो बीमारियां बढ़ रही है, that is called as what? Disease burden. We have now longer lifespan. Lifespan का मतलब है आयुर्मान. Average सरासरी कितने years तक हम जी सकते हैं. So our lifespan has increased. During the when we got independence, our lifespan was hardly 47. That like 1947 when we got independence, our lifespan was 47. 45 to 47. Today in 2020, our lifespan, that means the average life number of years that we can live, is around 67 for males and 69 for females. But how is this life? This life is longer now, but it is with unhealthy years. We are not all healthy. We need medicines because the disease burden is increasing. So medicines have become fundamental need for many of us. Just like food, shelter, we need the medicines. And medicine consumption in our country is very, very high. Two basic reasons for increasing medicine consumption is we have aging population. Even though we say India is a very young country, India has a lot of young population. Aging population is also increasing, and that is kind of a demographic bomb for us. Also, please note that we have increasing number of lifestyle disorders. जीवन शैली से होने वाली बीमारियां, ये क्या है? मधुमेह, that is diabetes, then hypertension, उच्च रक्तदाब, या heart attack, then cancer. These are all called as what? Lifestyle disorders, and these are increasing globally and in India. And diabetes, we are number 1 in diabetes. Unfortunately, India is called as diabetic capital of the world. So these are kind of reasons why medicine consumption in our country is increasing. And so in modern times, when you look at new technologies, we have variety of medicines. Previously, what we used to have, just the pills or the powder or maybe the solution. But now with advances in research, we have technologically advanced medicines, so many devices, so many different type of tablets. And so it is very important that we should know these medicines, the basics of medicines, because otherwise we will not be taking them properly and we will not be getting the expected benefit. So these modern medicines are very effective. The प्रभावी है, काफी प्रभावी है और बहुत ही कम concentration में they are very effective. That means they are very potent chemicals. Potent का मतलब है कि बहुत कम concentration में भी वो बहुत ज्यादा effect कर सकते हैं. And so they are like we are using them in microgram and milligram quantities. And they have literally revolutionized the healthcare. उन्होंने क्रांति लाई है. Because of one injection, somebody's life can be saved. Because of some tablets, somebody can live 20 years longer. So they have really revolutionized the healthcare, which was not so pre-independence or until like 1920s, 1930s. We did not have these many medicines. But we need to understand कि ये जो आधुनिक वैद्यक है, modern medicines है, where there is an effect, there is a side effect. जहाँ प्रभाव है, वहाँ दुष्प्रभाव है. So we need to keep this in mind when we look at our medicines. No medicine is without a side effect. This is very important. I'm talking about not only right now the modern medicines, but also all other medicines. But it is true more so for the modern medicines because they're finally nothing but a chemical. All medicines could be poisons. Only the right dose, right use can differentiate between them. Some side effects could be minor, harmless, but some side effects are major toxicities. And so we need to be very careful, very responsible while using our medicines. World Health Organization, WHO, आपको सबको पता होगा, जागतिक आरोग्य संगठन. What does World Health Organization say about the medicines? Very sad to know that more than half of all medicines are prescribed, dispensed, or sold inappropriately. That means everybody is making mistake, not only the consumers, but the doctors are prescribing wrong, pharmacists or others are dispensing it in a wrong way, or it is sold inappropriately. So like more than 50% of all medicines are prescribed, dispensed, or sold inappropriately globally. And that half of all the patients fail to take them correctly. This is very important. Like more than 50% हमारे more than 50% of the patients ग्राहक दवाइयाँ बराबर से नहीं ले रहे हैं. And this is what? This is a global picture. So what is the situation of medicine usage? हमारी कंट्री में हम लोग कैसे यूज कर रहे हैं मेडिसिन को? ये तो ग्लोबल सिचुएशन अभी हमने देखा. तो हमारे कंट्री में we have added problems. We have poor health literacy. Poor health literacy means health literacy का मतलब है आरोग्य साक्षरता, आरोग्य को सजग तरीके से देखना. लेकिन हमारे यहाँ क्या है? Poor health literacy है. And irresponsible use of medicine, मतलब दवाइयों का wrong use, incorrect use बहुत common है. एक वर्ड में एक सेंटेंस में कहना है तो कैसे? Over use of medicines, under use of medicines, wrong use of medicines. This is very, very common. So what are this type of wrong usage, what we are doing, overuse, underuse, क्या कर रहे हैं? There is rampant self-medication. I'm sure you everybody understands self-medication का मतलब क्या है कि जहाँ डॉक्टर ने आपको दवाई लिख के नहीं दी है और आप आपके खुद के मन से, स्वमन से आपके सेल्फ मेडिकेशन कर रहे हैं. आप जाके केमिस्ट के यहाँ से लेके आ रहे हैं मेडिसिन, या घर में जो दूसरों की दवाई पड़ी है वो आप ले रहे हैं. And the reason for that is what? Like there are many prescribers. Apart from the actual doctors, we have so many our friends, neighbors, like they will tell, okay, ये ना मुझे ये हुआ था और ये मैंने टैबलेट की बहुत अच्छी है, you can take it, आपको भी ठीक लगेगा. So there are so many prescribers. Also we go to Google and read and then go to chemist and buy medicines. ऐसे होते रहता है. So there is rampant self-medication. On one side we have a lot of self-medication. On the other side, when doctors are telling us to use the medicines, to take the medicines on a regular basis, say a patient of hypertension, a patient of diabetes, there is lot of medication non-adherence. Non-adherence का मतलब क्या है? जब डॉक्टर ने कहा है कि मेडिसिन रोज ले लो, दिन में 2 बार ले लो, जो भी कोर्स है, तभी नहीं लेना. So that is what non-adherence. So on one side there is a lot of self-medication. On the other side there is a lot of non-adherence. And apart from this, there is wrong use of different dosage forms. हम लोग दवाइयाँ बराबर से नहीं ले रहे हैं, मेजर करके बराबर से नहीं ले रहे हैं. We'll discuss about it. There is also a lot of major thing is antibiotics का misuse. अभी एंटीबायोटिक्स क्या है? जो इन्फेक्शंस में काम आती है. जैसे आपने सुना होगा पेनिसिलिन, एमोक्सिसिलिन, सिप्रोफ्लोक्सासिन, ये सब क्या है? एंटीबायोटिक्स है जो इन्फेक्शंस में जो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स के अगेंस्ट काम करती है. तो इसका हमें ख्याल करना है, लेकिन हमारे यहाँ बहुत उसका मिसयूज है, हम इनकरेक्टली यूज कर रहे हैं. Also there is, because of all this wastage of medicine, improper storage and disposal. So this is like medicine situation, the wrong medicine usage situation in our country. These pictures are very clear if you can see it properly. Some examples of incorrect use of medicines. Just what we discussed, see के illustrations है. Look at these bottles. क्या bottles है ये? Syrups के bottle है, suspensions के, मतलब liquid दवाइयों के bottle है. तो how do we take this liquid medicines? Many of the patients they take it with the kitchen spoon. जो हमारे किचन में एक स्पून रहता है, डॉक्टर ने समझो कहा है कि 1 टीस्पून 2 बार लेना दिन में. तो many a times we are using kitchen spoon, but we are not using these caps or the cups which are above the bottle, which have the marking of 5 ml. So we are using it with the kitchen spoon. और डॉक्टर ने लिखा है 1 टीस्पून. 1 टीस्पून का मतलब आप जानते हैं, इसका मतलब है 5 ml. अभी 5 ml दवाई लेनी है और हमारी किचन स्पून पता नहीं छोटा है बड़ा है, so we might be taking the medicine wrongly. This is like very simple preliminary basic thing, but we are doing these mistakes. Chewable tablets chewed or swallowed. You know that most of the tablets we have to swallow with glass of water, but not all. There are different types of tablets. Some tablets we just need to chew और उसके बाद वो खाना है पानी के साथ, लेकिन हम लोग डायरेक्टली उसको swallow करते हैं. So these are like so many different types of mistakes that we do while taking the medicines. Asthma जिनको है उनको पता रहेगा inhalers, but inhalers are not used correctly and then it is wastage of medicine, wastage of money, and then the patient doesn't feel okay, and then again he goes to different doctor thinking that the treatment is not correct or whatever. We don't complete the antibiotic course. अभी जैसे बताया मैंने कि एंटीबायोटिक्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ड्रग्स एंड वी नीड टू बी वेरी केयरफुल. 5 दिन समझो डॉक्टर ने कहा है कि एंटीबायोटिक्स ले लो, आपको समझो फीवर है, थ्रोट पेन है, व्हाटएवर, या यूरिनरी ट्रैक्ट इन्फेक्शन है, तो डॉक्टर आपको एंटीबायोटिक देते हैं. डॉक्टर ने कहा है 5 दिन दवाई ले लो, दिन में 2 बार ले लो. 1 या 2 दिन के बाद आपकी तबीयत आपको लगती है भी ठीक हो गई, फीवर गया, थ्रोट पेन गया, I'm feeling okay. Now what happens? We conveniently forget to complete the rest of the course. And then when we do such things, that time we feel that we are okay now. But after some time, the infection comes back to us and then it is much more stronger. और पहले जो एंटीबायोटिक यूज किया वो अभी काम नहीं आता. वो सिचुएशन क्या कहते हैं? एंटीबायोटिक रेजिस्टेंस. So these are like so many medicines, so many mistakes we do unknowingly. Many of the patients who are having cardiac problems, suppose they are on blood pressure tablets, they don't take it regularly. Some of the patients do take, but some patients don't take it regularly. And if the BP medicines are not taken regularly, what is going to happen? Say for some days, some months, nothing may happen. But when that person has some stress or is having physical stress or mental stress, तो क्या होगा? एक दिन अचानक से बीपी इतना शूट होगा कि डायरेक्टली ब्रेन में हेमोरेज हो सकता है, मतलब ब्लीडिंग हो सकता है, जिसको आपने सुना होगा स्ट्रोक कहते हैं. या कुछ दूसरा हार्ट प्रॉब्लम होगा, जैसे कि हार्ट अटैक आएगा या किडनी पे असर होगा. ऑल दिस कुड हैव बीन अवॉइडेड बाय टेकिंग ब्लड प्रेशर टैबलेट रेगुलरली इफ द डॉक्टर हैज टोल्ड सो. So these are like mistakes that we have been doing, and not only in India but globally, but in India more so. As I said, the self-medication. So pop-up pill culture is very common. We just go to the chemist shop and we say, take Eno salt le lo, antacid, Gelusil. That is so common कि लोगों को तो ऐसे लगता ही नहीं कि एंटासिड्स दवाइयां हैं. They are like candies. They are taken like candies. And you know what? These antacids तभी हमें जब हम लेते हैं तब हमारी शायद एसिडिटी कंट्रोल में आती है. बट इफ यू आर टेकिंग इट रिकरेंटली एवरी वीक, 2-4 बार या उससे भी ज्यादा, and for many years, these are going to affect our kidneys. These are also going to affect our digestive system, and infections होंगे पेट में ज्यादा, फूड का डाइजेशन बराबर नहीं होगा, एंड किडनी पे डैमेज होगा, क्योंकि ये सभी एंटासिड्स में एल्यूमिनियम, मैग्नीशियम, कैल्शियम ऐसे आयंस रहते हैं, मेटेलिक आयंस. पेन किलर्स तो हम लोग ऐसे खाते हैं. तो what has happened basically, you know, in today's world, why this pop-up of pill culture? क्योंकि हमें अभी पेशेंस नहीं है. We want shortcut to everything. We just want shortcut and we have no patience. पहले के जमाने में हम पेन किलर्स इतने नहीं लेते थे जितने आज ले रहे हैं. और हम पेन किलर्स लेते हैं, बाकी कोई भी हम लाइक जीवन शैली में कुछ सुधार लाना है, कुछ एक्सरसाइज करना चाहिए, वो सब नहीं करेंगे. But we will be popping a pill. And all these medicines are chemicals. When we take them over a period of time, just by self-medication, then it is going to affect our kidneys, our heart, all these vital organs. This is just one example. This person, you know, he wanted to become like a hero. He wanted to build his muscles. And so he started going to a gym. But somebody told him कि अरे अब जिम तो जा रहे ठीक है, लेकिन वो दवाइयाँ, वो टैबलेट्स ले लो, वो केमिस्ट के यहाँ मिलता है. वो टैबलेट्स लेने से क्या होगा, आपकी बॉडी बहुत जल्दी बॉलीवुड हीरो की जैसे बन जाएगी, तो आपको कष्ट नहीं पड़ेंगे, आपका काम जल्दी हो जाएगा. He went to the chemist and he started taking what is known as steroids. And he kept taking steroids for many months. आफ्टरवर्ड्स क्या हुआ कि 1-2 महीने में उसके मसल्स तो बहुत अच्छे बन गए. ही वाज वेरी हैप्पी, ही स्टार्टेड लुकिंग हैंडसम. बट जैसे ही ज्यादा समय गया, हिज बोन स्टार्टेड पेनिंग. ही स्टार्टेड टेकिंग पेन किलर्स, बट बोन पेन वाज सो मच सो that he then went to a doctor. He had also developed blood pressure, high blood pressure, and then ultimately after a year he had to undergo hip surgery, and now he walks with this walker instead of becoming a Bollywood like hero. Why this happened? Because he self-medicated himself with the drugs, which are very effective, which are very good drugs, but they should be taken only by when the doctor has told so. So steroids are life-saving drugs. But if you take them unnecessarily, what is going to happen? It is going to cause osteoporosis. Osteoporosis का मतलब है बोन से कैल्शियम निकल जाना, फिर बोन्स फ्रेजाइल हो जाएंगे, ब्लड प्रेशर बढ़ जाएगा, एंड बहुत सारी की चीजें होती है. So I'm not blaming only this one patient. There are so many patients like that. But I'm also going to blame the chemist, the pharmacist who gave these steroids to this patient without any prescription. So there are all contributors, the patient as well as the pharmacist here. So when we are not using the medicines correctly, this is all going to happen. We are going to face side effects, adverse drug reactions. The therapy will not fail. The therapy will fail. Again, the disease will relapse. There will be antibiotic resistance. That means the antibiotics which we take in future will not work for us, and that is a very serious situation. There would be prolonged illness, hospitalization, and ultimately it is going to cost a lot to us. See, 80% of Indian population pays for medicines out of pocket. It is called as what? Out of pocket. मतलब हम खुद ही अपनी दवाइयों के लिए खर्चा करते हैं. बाकी के कंट्रीज में इंश्योरेंस रहता है, बाकी कुछ दूसरे सिस्टम्स रहते हैं, या गवर्नमेंट पेज अ लॉट. बट हियर most of us go to private doctors and we spend on our own. So ultimately it is all going to cause a lot of mental agony, increase healthcare expenses. So incorrect use of medicines in our country is very common, and not only in illiterate but also among educated customers, and that's why the need for such lectures. So responsible use of medicine means all stakeholders, doctors, pharmacists, nurses, use it responsibly for the right patient, right medicine, right time, and use it appropriately. Now this part is very important for us. The patients and the caretakers of the patients are equally responsible for the correct therapy, for the rational therapy. By adhering, they should do that by adhering to the therapy and complying with the orders of the healthcare professional. मतलब डॉक्टर ने जो कहा है वो हमें फॉलो करना है. Then it is called as responsible use of medicines. Let me just go back to the. I have difficulty in going to the next slide. Yeah, okay. Right. So what are the contributing reasons? ये सब क्यों है? Irresponsible use of the medicines क्यों है हमारे कंट्री में? एक दो चार reasons मैं सिर्फ बताती हूँ कि एक तो आर्थिक सामाजिक जो स्थिति है, illiteracy है, that is one of the reason. Like because of that lack of health literacy and medicine literacy. Medicine literacy मतलब औषध साक्षरता. Health literacy is आरोग्य साक्षरता, which is a broader term. औषध साक्षरता is just part of it. Then there is no patient education. See, nobody is educating the patients about what is the correct use of medicine. आप देखेंगे कि हमारे schools में या colleges में there is some information about the health promotional activities, diseases, but there is no information given to students when they are young regarding the medicine usage. So there are no basics, and I'm trying to work on it, and I'm trying to develop some kind of small module for the senior school students as well as the junior college. Role of community pharmacy, that is the retail chemist shop, medical shop जिसको हम कहते हैं, has not developed. जैसे कि बाहर के कंट्रीज में, आप में से बहुत लोग प्रदेश गए होंगे, फॉरेन कंट्रीज विजिट किए होंगे, तो आपने फार्मेसी देखा होगा उधर. तो फार्मासिस्ट डज अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग देन जस्ट सेलिंग द मेडिसिन. सो हमारे कंट्री में रोल वो केमिस्ट का अभी इवॉल्व हो रहा है, डेवलप हो रहा है, डेवलप नहीं हुआ है. सो फार्मासिस्ट भी पूरी इंफॉर्मेशन पेशेंट को नहीं बता रहा है. हेल्थ एजुकेशन बिल्कुल नहीं है रिगार्डिंग द मेडिसिन यूसेज, एंड डॉक्टर्स डोंट हैव टाइम. I'm not justifying the doctors, but usually what we see, doctors are overloaded and they don't have time to explain each and everything about the medicine to the patient. That is a reality. Then comes to medicine labels. हम जो दवाइयाँ खरीदते हैं उसके ऊपर के लेबल्स क्या हम पढ़ सकते हैं? आप ही नहीं, मैं भी नहीं पढ़ सकती. मुझे भी उसका मोबाइल से फोटो लेके इलाज करके देखना पड़ता है. So medicine labels are very difficult to read. बाकी के कंट्रीज में ये नहीं है. बाकी के कंट्रीज में जो लेबल्स है, they are very clear, font size is bigger, एंड उसके साथ मेडिसिन के साथ उन्हें लीफलेट प्रोवाइड करते हैं फार्मासिस्ट या फार्मास्यूटिकल कंपनी. तो पेशेंट कैन रीड, एटलीस्ट पेशेंट लिटरेट है तो पढ़ेगा, बट हमारे कंट्री में ये नहीं हो रहा है. सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द रीजंस व्हाई देयर इज इररिस्पांसिबल यूज ऑफ मेडिसिन. आई वाज जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट द फार्मासिस्ट. हैव अ लुक एट दीस फार्मासिस्ट फ्रॉम 4 different countries, 4-5 different countries. All of them have the apron. They all have a very comforting smile for their patients. They serve as a link between the doctor and the patient. So the public can identify who is a pharmacist in the shop. Then they are very making the patient comfortable, क्योंकि जो फार्मेसी में जाने वाला पेशेंट है वो कोई खुद के मन से खुशी से तो नहीं जा रहा है शॉपिंग के लिए, किसी की बीमारी के लिए जा रहा है. So pharmacist has to be very friendly and we should make the patient very comfortable. So globally the pharmacists look like that. We are trying very hard to transform our chemist into these kind of pharmacists. Also, there is need to change the pharmacy education, need to bring the changes in pharmacy education, continuing education, and there are consumer sensitization. So why am I telling you all this? क्योंकि आपको भी ये मन में अपेक्षाएं रहनी चाहिए कि हमारा फार्मासिस्ट आगे जाके ऐसे होना चाहिए जो एक हेल्थ केयर प्रोफेशनल हो, जो हमें काफी इंफॉर्मेशन, हेल्थ एंड मेडिसिन इंफॉर्मेशन दे. So now we agree that medicine literacy, औषध साक्षरता, is very important. It's need of the hour. So we call it, in other words, responsible use of medicines. All medicines are chemicals, and so they need to be used properly. So basically, what are the types of medicines that we should know? So there are, in our country right now, there are 2 types of medicine. एक बहुत सारा बड़ा group है जिसको क्या कहते हैं? Prescription medicines. That means these medicines can only be purchased, should be only purchased when the doctor has told so, when the doctor has given the prescription. So this is like 90% of our medicines, are prescription medicines. इसमें सभी है, antibiotics, steroids, cardiac drugs, diabetic medicines, psychiatric disorders के लिए जो medicines है, most of the painkillers, anti-ulcer drugs, and so on. बाकी तो ये पहचाने कैसे है? Like how the consumer, how would we know that it is a, इस पे लिखा तो नहीं रहता प्रिस्क्रिप्शन मेडिसिन है, लेकिन आप देखेंगे ना मेडिसिन के लेबल्स, तो इस पे एक रेड लाइन है लेफ्ट साइड में और RX लिखा हुआ रहता है, एंड एक रेड कलर का आजकल बॉक्स दिखेगा जो पहले व्हाइट था और अभी वो रेड कलर का हो गया है. इसमें वार्निंग रहता है, Schedule H, prescription drug. Caution, not to be sold by retail without the prescription of a RMP, registered medical practitioner. So आज ये लेक्चर के बाद आपके घर में जो जो दवाइयाँ हैं वो आप उनको रिविजिट कीजिए, एक बार देखिए कि इसमें से कितने प्रिस्क्रिप्शन मेडिसिन है और आपने खुद तो नहीं खरीदे, डॉक्टर ने ही कहा है ना आपको. So you have to remember कि prescription medicines can be identified by RX sign या NRX, XRX, red box with schedule warning, schedule H या HX, H1 warning and RX लिखा हुआ रहेगा. So this is like how to identify the prescription medicines. तो 10% of दवाइयाँ क्या है? नॉन प्रिस्क्रिप्शन मेडिसिन है. हमारे कंट्री में नॉन प्रिस्क्रिप्शन या ओटीसी जिसको वर्ल्ड ओवर कहते हैं, ओटीसी का मतलब क्या है? ओवर द काउंटर. यू डोंट नीड टू शो द प्रिस्क्रिप्शन, आप जाके खुद होके पूछ के फार्मासिस्ट से वो दवाइयां ले सकते हैं काउंटर पे. सो ओवर द काउंटर मेडिसिन हमारे कंट्री के ड्रग एक्ट्स में नॉन प्रिस्क्रिप्शन ओटीसी वर्ड नहीं है, बट वी हैव द मेडिसिन्स व्हिच आर नॉट अंडर प्रिस्क्रिप्शन कैटेगरी, उसको सभी को हम क्या कहते हैं? Non-prescription medicines. And these are the allopathic medicines by law which can be purchased by customer without a prescription of a doctor. So which are these medicines? आपने सभी ने पैरासिटामोल कभी ना कभी फीवर के लिए, हेडेक के लिए लिया होगा. So those are that is paracetamol is an OTC medicine. Aspirin, Dispirin सुना होगा, that is also OTC medicine. Hello. Then antacids, lotions, vitamins, ORS. These are all, hello. These are all called as what? The OTC medicines. But OTC medicines are relatively safe and can be self-medicated. But we need to remember they are also serious medicines. I mean, they too can cause the side effects. Can I request everyone to mute themselves? If you have any question, the organizers can ask it. But can you please mute yourself? I can hear some disturbances, please. Yeah, thank you. So OTC medicines are all relatively safe. Relatively safe मतलब क्या है? Prescription medicine से तुलना करें तो safe है, but they can also cause side effect. आपको बताती हूँ कि aspirin tablets, हम लोग aspirin समझो ले रहे हैं बहुत, तो aspirin क्या करेगा? Aspirin is good for headache, fever, etc. As well as nowadays it is cardiac drug also. But when we are taking it for years together, we should not take it years together without doctor's advice. That can cause thinning of the blood. वो क्या करेगा? Blood इतना thin करेगा कि शायद bleeding हो सकता है. पैरासिटामोल टैबलेट हम ज्यादा लेंगे, दिन में 500 ml के समझो टैबलेट है तो दिन में हमें 4-5 से ज्यादा नहीं लेनी है, क्योंकि otherwise it will affect our liver. So we should be very careful even with the OTC medicines. And one more important thing, I'm sure you will have a question in your mind. There is no compulsion for a prescription for purchase of Ayurvedic, Unani, Siddha or homeopathic medicines. But that means they are like OTC medicine, even though the law has not defined it that way. But these are also medicines which are like having chemicals only. So they are not totally free of side effects. So let's please remove any, if we have anything in mind कि Ayurvedic or herbal means side effect free, ऐसे नहीं होता है. Even they have side effects. So we need to take them diligently with due care and with the advice of the respective expert. मतलब जो आयुर्वेदिक डॉक्टर है, होम्योपैथिक डॉक्टर है, उनकी सलाह से ही हमें लेना है. ऐसे ही जाके केमिस्ट शॉप से अपने मन से दवाई खरीद के सालों साल नहीं लेनी है. So we'll just basically see quickly what are the steps like in the responsible use of medicine. When we visit our doctor, we must tell the doctor about all the health problems. Don't hide any information. And very important, tell the doctor all medicines that you are taking. That means whether वो allopathic हो, modern medicine हो, Ayurvedic हो, whatever, you need to inform to the doctor. ये मैं क्यों बोल रही हूँ? क्योंकि देखो पहले के जमाने में we had family doctor का concept. हम एक ही डॉक्टर के पास जाते थे, कोई भी बीमारी हो. आजकल ऐसे नहीं है ना, स्पेशलाइजेशन का जमाना है. हम डायबिटिक डॉक्टर के पास, डायबिटोलॉजिस्ट के पास जाएंगे. हम ऑर्थराइटिस का प्रॉब्लम है तो ऑर्थोपेडिक सर्जन के पास जाएंगे, फिजिशियन के पास जाएंगे. तो वी आर गोइंग टू डिफरेंट डॉक्टर्स बिकॉज इट इज अ फेज ऑफ स्पेशलाइजेशन. तो एक डॉक्टर को पता होना चाहिए कि दूसरे डॉक्टर ने ये पेशेंट को क्या क्या दवाई दी है. So you need to inform all your medicines. अभी आप कहेंगे कि मेडिसिन की दवाइयों के नाम इतने डिफिकल्ट रहते हैं, हम थोड़ी याद रखेंगे. Then I advise you, if you don't remember all the medicines, when you go to a doctor, you take the strips, show it to him. In case of chronic diseases, chronic मतलब क्या है? दीर्घकालीन, long term. So like diabetes है, hypertension, cardiac disorders, etc. It is important to visit a doctor regularly for the follow-up or the checkup. Doctor tells you कि ये दवाइयाँ ले लो, तो 6 महीने के बाद मेरे पास चेकअप के लिए आओ, 3 महीने के बाद आओ, 1 महीने के बाद आओ, वो फॉलो etc. If you're allergic to any medicine, you need to, or you experience any adverse side effect, you must inform to the doctor as well as pharmacist if possible, so that future में ये allergy वाले medicine आपको नहीं दिए जाएंगे. When we now the next, आप डॉक्टर के पास से अभी आप कहाँ जा रहे हैं? फार्मेसी शॉप में जा रहे हैं. तो फार्मेसी शॉप में जाने के बाद what is our duty while buying the medicine? Always buy the medicines from a licensed pharmacy or medical store. अभी हमारे कंट्री में most all the medical stores have license. Unless and until they have license, the Food and Drug Administration will not allow them to open. But so like most of the pharmacies are licensed, there is no problem. They will also display the license in the shop. वो भी देखिए. बट मैं एक स्टेप आगे जाके आपको कहना चाहती हूँ कि गो टू द शॉप वेयर फार्मासिस्ट इज प्रेजेंट. देखिए, by law, pharmacists should be present in the shops. But in our country, unfortunately, because the Drug Act enforcement, law enforcement is not up to the mark, many of the shops may not be having pharmacists. In Maharashtra, 70-80% or maybe more than that shops have registered pharmacist in the shop. But in other states, the situation is not good. And in our state also, we should be very careful, we should be very vigilant, we should be asking who is the pharmacist. Then we have to ensure that all the medicines that we receive, they are in good condition, with no leakage, no damage, or no breakage. We should also ask, we should also check for the strength potency. आप ये कहेंगे कि strength potency क्या है ये? तो हमारे प्रिस्क्रिप्शन में समझो डॉक्टर ने लिखा होगा से XYZ टैबलेट 10 mg मतलब 10 मिलीग्राम. तो बाजार में कैसे रहता है कि मार्केट में कि 10 mg की भी दवाई रहेगी, शायद 20 mg की भी रहेगी, 2-3 अलग अलग स्ट्रेंथ्स रहेंगे. So we have to check that pharmacist has given us the correct strength. 10 mg के बजाय हम 20 mg की टैबलेट लेंगे तो डबल डोज हो जाएगा and that will cause side effects. So pharmacist will be doing his job right. Okay, we trust him. But also as a responsible citizen, responsible patient, we need to check that. Even though there is problem, checking that the small handwriting in a doctor's prescription, you can't read. I don't want to comment on that, but it's difficult many a times to read doctor's prescriptions. Only pharmacists can read that. But nowadays, because of computerized prescription, situation is changing. So we need to see even the expiry date. So expiry date बराबर है कि नहीं वो हमें देखती हैं. And also ask the pharmacist. अभी मैं जो आपको बता रही हूँ कि बाहर की दुनिया में, बाहर के कंट्रीज में फार्मासिस्ट का रोल बहुत बड़ा है, पेशेंट काउंसलर है. तो हमारे फार्मासिस्ट को भी आप जरूर पूछिए कि ये दवाई मुझे फूड के पहले मतलब खाने से पहले लेनी है, कैसे लेनी है. Show that you are interested to know this information. So pharmacist will also slowly gear up to be a healthcare professional than just a drug seller, than just a shopkeeper. Very important thing, ask for a bill, wait in the shop. आप किसी और शॉपिंग के लिए जब जाते हैं ना तो कितना टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं हम लोग, बट दवाइयों की दुकान में जाएंगे तो हमें पेशेंस नहीं रहता. So always ask for a bill and preserve it until you finish taking all the medicines. And do not use the same old prescription. अभी कोविड के कारण क्या हुआ कि old prescription से हमें दवाई खरीदनी पड़ी. But at least telephonically, online consultation करके डॉक्टर से पूछ के we can continue with the old prescription, not otherwise. अभी हमने मेडिसिन खरीद के हम घर लाए मेडिसिन को, तो हमें रखनी कैसी है मेडिसिन? मन में ये रखता है कि मेडिसिन आर ऑल केमिकल्स. वो एक बार हम समझ गए ना, वो एक बार रजिस्टर किया मन में, then we know how to store it. So we should not keep any medicines near the gas stove, heat source or the sink or near the windows, क्योंकि हमें मेडिसिन को हमेशा बचाना है किससे? Heat, sunlight, any water, moisture, as well as we should keep it away from the pets and children if they are there in the home. Okay, do not keep it in the kitchen or bathroom. All tablets, capsule strips, etc. we can keep it in one box, medicine box, inside a cupboard, and liquid medicines can be kept in a suitable tray. घर में 2-3 पेशेंट्स है, समझो नाना नानी दादा दादी ऐसे रेगुलर पेशेंट्स है, तो उनकी दवाइयों के बॉक्सेस सब अलग अलग रखे, उस पे नाम लिख के रखे. It is also important to make a list of all medicines if you have if possible, and periodically check if there are any expired medicines. कभी कभी क्या रहता है कि रेगुलर लेने के मेडिसिन नहीं रहते, कभी उल्टी की दवाई हमने ला के रखी, कभी पेन किलर ला के रखा, बाद में हमें नहीं लेनी पड़ती है, तो देन वो अनयूज्ड हो जाती है. सो वी नीड टू चेक वेदर इट इज एक्सपायर्ड. If it is expired, we need to dispose it off correctly. And we need to keep all the medicines away from children, because nowadays medicines are very attractive, and the blister pack रहते हैं. Child can see the medicine very clearly, and child can pop up a medicine just like adults, उनको देख देख के. So now we have stored them properly. What care? Some tips while taking our medicines. Follow the instructions of the doctor. Read the medicine level carefully in sufficient light. If there is, if there is a leaflet, read that also properly. It is essential to take all medicines in the right dose and for complete duration, as prescribed by the. नहीं तो effect नहीं होगा. And medicine should be taken at the same time every day. मतलब आप BP के पेशेंट है, हाई ब्लड प्रेशर के, और सुबह आपको डॉक्टर ने कहा है कि नाश्ते के बाद रोज टैबलेट ले लो या खाना खाने के बाद ले लो. Follow the same time as much as possible. Don't forget. क्योंकि हम जब डोज मिस करते हैं, डिले करते हैं टैबलेट लेने में, तो क्या होता है, ऑल मेडिसिन एक्चुअली कहाँ जाते हैं, हमारे पेट पे, लाइक डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम में, वहां से ब्लड में. और जब हम टैबलेट का टाइम मिस करते हैं तो ब्लड में जो दवाइयों का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन है वो ड्रॉप हो जाएगा, तो जो इफेक्ट रहेगा वो इफेक्ट कम होगा, इफेक्ट नहीं आएगा. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट डोज राइट टाइम वी शुड टेक. अभी आप कहेंगे कि अभी अपने भूल गए हम लोग, 9 बजे का डोज हमें 12 बजे याद आया, तो ले लीजिए. इफ इट इज लाइक नॉट टू मच ऑफ टाइम, हेलो, then we can take that medicine. Hello, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. So we can take it as soon as we remember. लेकिन कभी भी डबल डोज नहीं लेना है. मतलब ऐसे नहीं करना है कि सुबह का दवाई हम भूल गए और शाम को फिर से डोज लेना है, तब 2 टैबलेट नहीं. डबल डोज करेंगे तो दवाइयों से हमें एडवर्स इफेक्ट हो जाएंगे. Medicines which are taken orally. Hello, can you mute yourself, everyone, please? Some participants, please mute yourself, or the organizers can mute everyone except me, please.
Swati Phosle ma'am, you are please requested to mute your.
Medicines taken orally should be taken by sitting in upright position, and never we should take it in a lying down position, never. So while taking our medicine, some more tips. Whether medicine should be taken before or after food. So इसका भी एक science है. So some medicines can be taken before food. आप plain paracetamol tablet ले रहे हैं, तो आप खाने से पहले लीजिए. लेकिन पैरासीटामोल के साथ शायद दूसरे पेन किलर्स हैं, जैसे आइबुप्रोफेन, आप कोम्बिफ्लाम टैबलेट लेते हैं, डाइक्लोजेसिक लेते हैं, तो वो खाना खाने के बाद लीजिए. क्योंकि एम्प्टी स्टमक हम लोग ले लेंगे तो क्या होगा, दैट विल इरिटेट आवर स्टमक, वी विल हैव एसिडिटी, नॉशिया एक्सेट्रा. सो ये साइंस है. लाइक देन द एंटी, सपोज आप रैंटैक लेते हैं, लाइक एसिडिटी के लिए हम लोग लेते हैं वो, तो वो खाना खाने से पहले 1 घंटा लेनी है. ओमेज, आपने सबने ओमेज का नाम सुना होगा, ओमेप्राजोल, वो भी एसिडिटी के लिए है, वो हमें एम्प्टी स्टमक ही लेनी है. सो इट इज बेस्ट टू टेक. और सम मेडिसिन खाना खाने से पहले ले या बाद में ले, इट डजंट मेक डिफरेंस. सो सम मेडिसिन शुड बी टेकन बिफोर, सम आफ्टर, एंड सम मेडिसिन irrespective of the food. So it is not going to affect the absorption of the medicines or functioning of the medicines. So it is good to ask the doctor or the pharmacist whether to take medicines before or after. Nowadays, I see a lot of computerized prescription format where it is already written before food or after food, etc., which is excellent. But if it is not written, please ask the doctor or the pharmacist. There are different types of medical devices, such as we talked about asthma inhalers, which are used in the treatment. But many times people don't know how to use it correctly. And जब हम उनको पूछते हैं ना, आपको पता है क्या, everybody nods the head, everybody says हाँ पता है ना, पता है, but actually उनको correct technique नहीं पता रहता. तो अस्थमा का inhaler लेना है तो there is a breathing technique to be followed. Position of the head is important. You need to keep your mouth shut for 30 seconds, 20 seconds at least after removal of the asthma inhaler. So these are all basic things. If we don't follow it, वो treatment हमें लागू नहीं होगी. Treatment से हमें असर नहीं होगा. So we need to ask again the doctor or doctor's assistant or a pharmacist for it. And very important thing, do not take any medicines during pregnancy or while breastfeeding unless and until doctor has prescribed. There might be many ladies who are listening right now, they might be in that age, there might be young students or there might be elderly ladies whose doctors or daughter-in-laws are going to be pregnant. So it is very important that we don't take a single medicine, even Ayurvedic medicine, without doctor's consultation during pregnancy. Even if one is planning to be pregnant, then also tell doctor, I'm planning to be pregnant, I'm trying for that. And so accordingly, doctor should make the management. Why so? Why am I telling this? Because many medicines, when taken during pregnancy by a pregnant mom, pass through the placenta and reach the baby, and they can cause damaging effect on the developing fetus. और जब after the birth समझ में आता है कि fetus में, baby में ये problems है, कुछ deformities है, कुछ mental retardation है. One of the reasons for that could be medicines taken during pregnancy. उसको teratogenic medicines कहते हैं. So please always we have to be very careful and we have to sensitize other people. Don't take any medicines during pregnancy without expert doctor's advice. And while taking oral medicines, liquid orals, we just discussed earlier that we should not be using any kitchen spoon, but we should be using the cup or cap. या छोटे बच्चे रहेंगे तो measuring spoon, उसी के ऊपर marking रहेगा 2.5, 5 ml, 7.5 ml. So 1 teaspoon means 5 ml. So we have to measure it and take it, then wash it, dry, and then keep it properly. I said earlier, there are different types of tablets. All don't need to be swallowed, but there are different techniques. Some of the tablets are chewable. That means we should chew them first. आपने सबने डाइजिन ली होगी या विटामिन सी के टैबलेट्स. आजकल कोविड के कारण विटामिन सी बहुत चर्चा में है. तो विटामिन सी के जो टैबलेट्स है, बिग टैबलेट्स, they are like bigger than the usual tablet size. वो हमें swallow नहीं करना है पानी के साथ. क्या करना है? पहले chew करो और chew करने के बाद swallow करो. फिर उसका बराबर से असर होगा. Some tablets are coated tablet. उसके ऊपर लेबल के ऊपर लिखा हुआ रहता है ER/SR enteric coated. These tablets should never be crushed or broken, or they should be taken how? Intact with water. So डॉक्टर और फार्मासिस्ट ने कहा है कि वो कट करके दो तो ही कट कर सकते हैं, नहीं तो नहीं कर सकते. अदरवाइज उसका कोटिंग चला जाएगा और उसका जो असर होगा वो नहीं होगा, या एडवर्स इफेक्ट भी हो सकता है. ये जो हमारे ओल्ड पेशेंट्स रहते हैं उनको थोड़ा ऐसा लगता है कभी कभी कि टैबलेट में क्रश तो 2 टुकड़े करके लो, तो उनके लिए ये खास है. सम टैबलेट्स आर डिस्पर्सिबल, तो पानी में पहले उसको डिसॉल्व करना है, डिस्पर्स करना है, वो पूरा पानी पीना है, बिल्कुल छोड़ना नहीं है, उसका शरबत जैसे बना के. देन माउथ डिसॉल्विंग टैबलेट. माउथ डिसॉल्विंग टैबलेट में मतलब उसके साथ पानी की जरूरत ही नहीं है, आप माउथ में रखो और वो डिसॉल्व हो जाएंगे, जिससे काफी फास्ट इफेक्ट आएगा. आपने शायद अभी उल्टी के लिए, वोमिटिंग के लिए किसी ने ओंडेम एमडी टैबलेट ली होगी, तो दैट इज वन एग्जांपल कि उसको पानी, लाइक यू आर ट्रैवलिंग, यू डोंट हैव वाटर, यू डोंट हैव क्लीन वाटर, then you don't need also, you just keep it in the mouth and it dissolves and it will lead to very fast effect. Some tablets, especially heart attack के prevention में या heart attack आने के बाद जो डॉक्टर देते हैं sublingual tablet, उसको हमें टंग के नीचे रखना है, swallow नहीं करना है, and then spit it out as soon as the chest pain is gone. But this is, of course, we need to always take it with doctor's advice. Capsules, बहुत सारे लोग एडल्ट्स भी कैप्सूल्स लेते वक्त वो बहुत नर्वस हो जाते हैं. उनको क्या लगता है कि वो चिपक जाता है, दैट इज वेरी स्टिकी एंड दैट इज कॉजिंग प्रॉब्लम. तो कैप्सूल लेते वक्त कैप्सूल तो एक तो ब्रेक नहीं करना है, ड्रिंक इट विद ग्लास ऑफ वाटर. पहले पानी लीजिए, फिर कैप्सूल को अपने टंग पे रखिए, फिर से पानी लीजिए. इट विल नॉट स्टिक एनीवेयर and it will be okay. And also do not open the capsules, do not crush the capsules, break it, open it unless doctor has told so. So that is about tablets and capsules. Eye drops, only one thing I would like to tell here. Eye drops, most of the eye drops should be taken within 1 month. तो जब आप open करते हैं eye drop को, तो आपको ऐसे लगता है हाँ मुझे पता है 1 महीने में यूज करना है, मुझे याद भी रहेगा. नहीं याद रहता. It is important that we note down the date of opening on the cover or label of the bottle. Don't stretch your memory. Please note it down. And then eye drops लेते वक्त we have to make a eye pouch कर से, and then we need to put the drops and close the eyes. We should not be storing eye drops after a month because eye drops don't contain any preservatives, या contain very low amount of preservatives, क्योंकि eyes are very sensitive. तो ज्यादा प्रिजर्वेटिव डालेंगे तो भी आईज के लिए वो अच्छा नहीं रहेगा, इसलिए प्रिजर्वेटिव्स कम है, इसलिए 1 मंथ में यूज करने हैं. 1 मंथ के बाद यूज करेंगे तो क्या होगा, उसमें शायद कुछ कंटामिनेशन, कुछ माइक्रोबियल ग्रोथ, फंगल ग्रोथ हो जाएगी. एंड आईज आर वेरी सेंसिटिव, सो वी शुड नॉट एक्सपेरिमेंट विद आवर आईज. जैसे हमने पहले कहा कि मेडिसिन एंड चिल्ड्रन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. वी कीप द मेडिसिन अवे फ्रॉम चिल्ड्रन as well as don't give our medicines, adult medicines to children. Okay, child is not a small adult, child is still developing. So उसके weight के हिसाब से, उसके surface area के, उसके body physiology के हिसाब से उसके dosage decide होते हैं. As far as possible, don't give our medicines to the child. Always consult a doctor. Also, don't take medicines in front of the small children. Especially like 2, 3, 4, 5 साल के बच्चे रहते हैं ना, तो उनके सामने हम जब कोई अट्रैक्टिव कलर के मेडिसिन लेते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आयरन टैबलेट्स आपने देखे होंगे, आयरन कैप्सूल्स, कैप्लेट्स, तो वो ब्लिस्टर पैक में आते हैं. दे लुक वेरी ब्राइट, वेरी प्रिटी, एंड वी आर टेकिंग इट फ्रंट ऑफ देम. समझो अपने एनीमिया के लिए हम लोग हीमोग्लोबिन कम है इसलिए ले रहे हैं. तो चिल्ड्रन वो दे मिमिक अस, और वो क्या करते हैं, वो भी, उनको भी हम जब हमारा अटेंशन नहीं है, दे वुड ऑल्सो लाइक टू डू द सेम एंड दे विल टेक दैट. So one of the reasons for the child, hospital admissions of children below 5 years of age is iron poisoning, drug poisoning. So we should be very careful not to take medicines in front of the child as much as possible and keep it away from the children. Jago Grahak Jago, that is one of the movement from the Indian government, and very important, we should not fall prey to the misleading advertise. हाइट बढ़ेगी, स्मरण शक्ति बहुत बढ़ेगी, बाल आ जाएंगे, क्योर फॉर डायबिटीज. These are all false claims, and there is a law, there is a special drug act for this, and so if there is any, then that can penalize the manufacturer or the mainly manufacturer. So let's not fall prey to the misleading advertise. Let's not go for many online things, etc., and experiment on yourself. It is best to consult a doctor and take the medicines. Okay, so now quickly, like we spoke about antibiotics, we should be completing the course. We should be asking the doctor कि हमें antibiotic दिया गया है क्या? Because as a layman, you may not know which is an antibiotic. I just give you some examples: ciprofloxacin, penicillin. लेकिन 100 से ज़्यादा antibiotics है. So if you have fever, urinary tract infection, पेट में infection, very likely the doctor has given you antibiotic. So डॉक्टर के यहाँ से निकलते वक्त और केमिस्ट के शॉप में अब जब जाएंगे तो डॉक्टर को उनको पूछना है कि इसमें से, ये लिस्ट में से एंटीबायोटिक कौन सा है. एंटीबायोटिक है तो ज्यादा ध्यान देना है, उसका डोज कोर्स पूरा कंप्लीट करना है. Anti-TB, why am I talking about anti-TB drugs separately? Anti-TB are also antibiotics. TB की ट्रीटमेंट 6 महीने से ज्यादा होती है, लंबी ट्रीटमेंट है, और many of the patients don't complete the treatment. इससे क्या होता है, multi drug resistant TB, and India is leading in the tuberculosis patients. We have 28% of the world's TB burden in our country. And आज हम कोविड की बात कर रहे हैं, तो कोविड से जितने पेशेंट्स जा रहे हैं बहुत दुख है, लेकिन ट्यूबरकुलोसिस से every day in our country more than 1000 patients die due to tuberculosis. So this is an ancient enemy of us. So we need to be very careful. Symptoms क्या है ये तो आपको शायद पता होगा. So we need to be very careful even among our workers, household workers, college के जो workers है, उनमें कोई लक्षण हो तो हमें उनको टेस्टिंग के लिए भेजना है और उनकी ट्रीटमेंट करवाना है. गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से ये ट्रीटमेंट पूरी, डायग्नोसिस, ट्रीटमेंट, एवरीथिंग इज फ्री. Okay, then one more point, medicines and alcohol, there is a potential interaction. So be very careful. We should not be consuming alcohol anytime, but suppose people have habit, then at least वो drugs के साथ वो interaction है, ये याद रखती हैं. This point has to be remembered. We have to look at the medicines expiry. बीच में WhatsApp पे बहुत सारे messages घूम रहे थे कि expiry of medicines is mainly for the benefit of the pharmaceutical companies so that they can make more profits, etc., etc. So there are no scientific evidence for all these things. Right now, we stick to the expiry of medicines, and we believe that after expiry, we should not be using these medicine, any of the medicines, because they might be deteriorating or they may cause side effect. Fake medicines, your spurious medicines, duplicate medicines. Luckily, in Maharashtra, percentage of spurious medicines is very low. But remember, always take your medicines from a registered, the shop which you always know for years. And last 3 points, many of the teachers are attending. So I request them to pay a little more attention to these points, specifically for the teachers or the parents also. Are there any students or are there any children they are taking supplements like protein supplements and nutritional supplements to increase or decrease the weight without the expert of doctor? If it is so, it could be dangerous, because nowadays, not nowadays, last many years I see the trend कि जिम में जाते हैं, जिम में कुछ इंजेक्शंस लेते हैं, जिम में कुछ बड़े बड़े पाउडर के डब्बे मिलते हैं और वो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स लेते हैं. तो वो नहीं होना चाहिए, बिकॉज आई सेड अर्लियर कि ये न्यूट्रिशनल सप्लीमेंट्स या प्रोटीन सप्लीमेंट्स शुड बी टेकन ओनली एज पर द एक्सपर्ट मेडिकल एडवाइस. मतलब प्रॉपर डिग्री वाले डॉक्टर्स के साथ सलाह मसलत करके लेनी चाहिए, because these supplements can do a lot of harm to us. Too much of protein, sometimes they may have steroids, etc. Then last few years, unfortunately, our young girls, youngsters, they have started taking emergency contraceptive pills more, and it is like you might have heard the name of iPill, pill 72, after 72, something like that. iPill is very common brand name. So these are good. These are like to avoid the abortion. It is for the woman empowerment, freedom of women. They will develop. But अभी क्या हुआ है कि last few years we see our young girls are having sex before marriage, and they are taking instead of using the condom, the youngsters, the couples are using emergency contraceptive pills now and then. And वो chemist के पास जाके ऐसे ही मांगते हैं, without prescription वो मिलता भी है, because that is for women's freedom, इसलिए दिया है. But for the right use, this is misuse. And all these emergency contraceptive pills contain lot of heavy hormone, and that can cause problem to the young girls later on for their fertility. या PCOD develop हो सकता है, we don't know. So that is another problem. If we have any sudden changes observed in our students, उनके मूड में वो ज्यादा सो रहे हैं, दिन में लेक्चर में सो रहे हैं, नींद कर रहे हैं, तो then we should, और ज्यादा बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, अपनी दुनिया में रह रहे हैं, there could be a problem. They might be getting addicted to drugs. So we need to be very observant and vigilant about our students in these matters. One question you may have in mind, we are coming towards the end of our presentation. So what are branded medicines? What are generic medicines? आपने बहुत सारा सुना होगा generic medicines की दुकानें. So branded मतलब manufacturer ने दिया हुआ नाम. समझो Crocin is given, the name is given by whom? By GSK, the manufacturer. But if the Crocin tablet के बजाय हम लोग paracetamol tablet देखते हैं, तो that is a generic version. मतलब paracetamol उसमें दवाई है, Crocin तो सिर्फ manufacturer ने दिया हुआ उसको नाम है. So branded मतलब क्या है? Trade names. और generic मतलब जो chemical का नाम है, जो मूल औषधि का नाम है वो. And दूसरा एक अर्थ है कि generic मतलब these are the medicines which are off patent. मतलब क्या है कि जो आप अभी आपने बहुत सुना होगा, पढ़ा होगा कोविड के रिलेशन में कि न्यू ड्रग्स आएंगे या वैक्सीन आएगा लेकिन पेटेंटेड होगा, तो वही कंपनी की वो मोनोपोली रहती है, दूसरे नहीं बना सकते मेडिसिन, वो बहुत एक्सपेंसिव रह सकता है. लेकिन जब 20 इयर्स का पेटेंट खत्म होता है, देन द मेडिसिन इज कॉल्ड एज जेनेरिक. सो जेनेरिक के दो मीनिंग है, एक तो मूल औषधि के नाम से उपलब्ध रहना, और दूसरा क्या है? ऑफ पेटेंट. दैट मींस इट बिकम्स वेरी चीप देन, क्योंकि कंपनी की मोनोपोली खत्म हो गई और कोई भी दवाइयां बना सकता है. इन आवर कंट्री अनफॉर्चुनेटली वी हैव वन मोर थिंग, ब्रांडेड जेनेरिक्स. मतलब वो जेनेरिक ही है लेकिन उसको वो मूल नाम नहीं है, उसको भी trade name दिया है. These are not promoted to doctors. So this is like little bit complicated for you. But what to remember is generic medicines and the branded medicines, they are all FDA approved, so they are equivalent in quality, efficacy, safety. But many of the doctors or everybody has some doubts about the quality of medicines. And therefore, I would give you a suggestion If you want to use generic medicines, or if you think that you want to save money on medicines, obviously everybody would. So ask your doctor whether I can take, instead of this brand, if I can take that lower price brand, whether that is okay. So ask and take it. If it works for you, very good. So in a summary, medicines are like double-edged sword, dudhari shastra jo bolte hai. So they are life-saving, extremely useful. They have revolutionized our life, healthcare, but they need to be used correctly, responsibly. हमें उसके बारे में सतर्क रहना है, responsibly use करना है. We should not be afraid of side effect. देखो, allopathy या modern medicine is the only science which clearly tells you what is the effect and what is the side effect. So बहुत ही clear है, वो transparent system है. So it is a good. So we should not be afraid of it, but we should use responsibly if we do need to take medicines. So using medicines responsibly will assure the safety, quick recovery, and reduce the recurrence of side effects, as well as reduce the wastage and the cost. If you want to, if some of you are more interested in this, then we have developed at IPA, we have developed a layman's handbook. It is for everyone, not for just pharmacists. Layman's handbook on responsible use of medicine. Available, the PDF is available free of charge on ipapharma.org publications. If you want a hard copy, IPA office is in Kalina, Bombay College of Pharmacy. You can get some hard copies also for your library at a very nominal handling charges. Or you can download the PDF and print it. We through KM Kandadani Pharmacy Polytechnic conduct a lot of awareness programs through the teachers and also through the trained students regarding the responsible use of medicine. So you can see the students teaching in the tuitions, students visiting the schools or old age home, etc., the police, etc. So we try to do that, the Jan Jagran Abhiyan, responsible use of medicines. If we have to report any side effects, we have a center in Delhi, main center. Nair KM Hospital in Mumbai are also peripheral centers. We can report our adverse effects, and this ADR reporting toll-free line is 1-800-180-3024, or we can download the app Pharmacovigilance Program of India. Okay, if you don't remember, I can share this slide with you later. But we can, I mean, these are the facilities now. These are the developments, and now everybody is recognizing from the government that there are ADRs. We need to report them. Report करके जो दवाइयों को ज्यादा एडवर्स इफेक्ट्स रहेंगे उनको बैन किया जाएगा या यूसेज लिमिटेड किया जाएगा. There is a drug information center in Mulund, state pharmacy under State Pharmacy Council. You can Google and see their website, or this is the email ID. Generic medicine helpline to know which is the shop nearest to you, etc. I have tried this, it worked. I have tried this also, it have worked, but in certain limited time, like 10 to 5, etc. And then the Jago Grahak Jago, you can just Google and see Food and Drug Administration. If there is any complaint about any medicines, we can go to that. Maharashtra Food FDA's number. Okay, so now after talking about responsible use of medicine, we come to the situation today. And let me tell you what I have decided. We have to let's live with Corona till it leaves us. So we are going to live with Corona. How HIV came in 1980s. And HIV kabhi, wo virus kabhi gaya hi nahi humse. So the experts are saying that we may have to live with Corona, and therefore it is very important that we take care. We should not be afraid of it. डरना नहीं है, लेकिन संभालना है, care लेनी है, precautions लेनी है. This is a time for change. The post-COVID era, it is a time. I mean, when the pandemic is gone, I'm telling you that Corona infection may leave to some extent even after. So we need to go back to our healthy habits. पहले के ज़माने में हम हमेशा hand washing करते थे, घर में बाहर से आने के बाद we used to wash our feet. अभी हम लोग ने वो थोड़ा छोड़ दिया था, वो नहीं है. We have to follow hand hygiene strictly and respiratory hygiene. Respiratory hygiene का मतलब सभी जानते होंगे. Just let me quickly repeat it. कि जब हम खांसी करते हैं, स्नीजिंग करते हैं, तब हमें टिश्यू यूज करना है, हैंकरचीफ यूज करना है, या फोल्ड ऑफ द हैंड, फोल्ड ऑफ द आर्म में खांसी करनी है, लेकिन ऐसे खांसी कभी नहीं करनी है. फिजिकल एंड सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एज मच एज पॉसिबल 3 feet, 6 feet आइडियल डिस्टेंसिंग रखना है. तो हमें कोरोना ही क्यों, बाकी भी बहुत सारे इन्फेक्शंस नहीं होंगे. और ये जो हेल्दी हैबिट्स है हैंड वॉशिंग के, इससे कोरोना से नहीं, लेकिन हम लोग हमारे यहाँ में जो पेट के इन्फेक्शंस होते हैं वो बहुत कम होने वाले हैं बिकॉज ऑफ हैंड वॉशिंग। तो ऑलरेडी एंटीबायोटिक का यूज लास्ट 2 मंथ्स में बहुत कम हो गया, क्योंकि हमारे इन्फेक्शंस कम हो गए, क्योंकि हमने अच्छी आदतें हमें डाल दी। तो दिस वी नीड टू कंटिन्यू फॉर एवर। फिजिकल एंड सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग एज मच एज पॉसिबल। इसका मतलब नहीं है कि हम हमेशा सबको सबकी तरफ सस्पिशन से देखें, लेकिन जो हमारी पहले से जो ग्रीटिंग की हमारी जो मैनरिज्म्स थे वो अच्छे थे ना, वो वी कैन फॉलो दैट। Instead of hugging, instead of handshaking, etc., no need. And instead of going very close, we can try to see if we can manage the things digitally by digital meetings, etc. So physical social distancing, use of mask in the public when we are going in the public, not otherwise, because it will also reduce the oxygen. But when we are talking to somebody, when we are going in public, train में है, office में 4 लोग साथ में है, तब of course we have to use any mask, but use the mask and use it appropriately. And very important, we have not yet developed any vaccine. We don't have any medicines for corona, COVID right now. But whether वो कब आएगा हमें पता नहीं. We should not be waiting for that. Best thing for our health is balanced diet, exercise, good sleep. 7 hours sleep, 6 to 8 hours sleep. Very important for the students if they are listening, because they sleep so late. वो कुछ ना कुछ व्हाट्सएप, फेसबुक या इंस्टाग्राम या जो भी होगा करते हैं, एंड बहुत लेट सोते हैं. नेक्स्ट डे सुबह उन्हें हेडेक रहता है, उनको बहुत हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम्स भी होते हैं. सो स्लीप इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, and staying away from any addiction. This is going to maintain our immunity, and then we don't have to be afraid of corona or any other infection. We will have minimal problems if we have good immunity. Use of hand sanitizers, we discussed in my introduction. Dean said about this. So we have to remember first thing. पहला रूल क्या है कि हैंड वॉशिंग विद सोप इज द प्रेफर्ड मेथड फॉर आवर हैंड हाइजीन. हमें हाथ धोना है अच्छी तरह से सोप से. डिड नॉट बी एंटीबैक्टीरियल सोप. सोप क्या करता है, हमारे ऊपर, हमारे हाथ के ऊपर से पूरा डर्ट, डस्ट जो भी रहेगा, उसमें माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स भी रहेंगे, वो निकाल देगा. तो वी हैव टू, इन रनिंग वाटर वी शुड बी वॉशिंग आवर हैंड्स मिनिमम 20 सेकंड्स. आपको सबको पता है कि हैप्पी बर्थडे का सॉन्ग कैसे रहता है. हैप्पी बर्थडे का जो हम राइम करते हैं ना, तो कितना टाइम जाता है उसमें, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू, हैप्पी बर्थडे, तो उसमें 20 सेकंड्स जाते हैं ना. दैट वी नीड टू रिमेम्बर. मिनिमम 20 सेकंड्स हैंड वॉश, आगे से पीछे से हैंड्स को वॉश करना है रिस्ट तक. ओके, बाद में उसको बराबर से ड्राई भी करना है. वेट हैंड रखेंगे, इट विल अट्रैक्ट मोर प्रॉब्लम्स. लेकिन जब हैंड वॉशिंग पॉसिबल नहीं है, हम लोग ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, ऑफिस में है जहाँ पानी इमीडिएटली नहीं है, then we can use the hand sanitizers. Definitely hand sanitizers for COVID, we need to there are hand sanitizers of different types, but what is preferred, what is recommended is alcohol based hand sanitizer. अल्कोहल का परसेंटेज इसमें क्या रहना चाहिए, मिनिमम 60%. which alcohol is used, ethyl alcohol or isopropyl alcohol. Alcohol will affect the virus and other microbes also. Therefore we should be looking at alcohol based hand sanitizers. अभी कैसे कि आप शॉप में जाएंगे तो there could be hand cleaners also, hand sanitizers, hand gel. तो आप देखिए उसके लेबल पे कि उसमें मिनिमम अल्कोहल कॉन्सेंट्रेशन है ना, अल्कोहल बेस्ड हैंड सैनिटाइजर है ना. क्योंकि कुछ हर्बल भी रह सकते हैं हैंड सैनिटाइजर्स which are also good, but in current situation what is best recommended for COVID is alcohol based hand sanitizer. Do not use over wet or dirty hands. हमारे हाथ गंदे हैं और वो वेट है तो वो हैंड सैनिटाइजर का इफेक्ट नहीं होगा अल्कोहल का. So that time the only thing is we should be washing our hands thoroughly. ओके, हैंड सैनिटाइजर यूज करने के बाद हाथ नहीं धोना है, क्योंकि जब ये कोविड चालू हो गया और हमारे कॉलेज में भी हमने हैंड सैनिटाइजर्स रखे, तो हमारे स्टाफ जिनको पता नहीं था कि हैंड सैनिटाइजर कैसे यूज करना है, मैंने देखा, ऑब्जर्व किया, हैंड सैनिटाइजर भी लगा रहे और बाद में हाथ वॉश भी कर रहे तुरंत. वैसे नहीं करना है. हैंड सैनिटाइजर के बाद हाथ वॉश करने की जरूरत नहीं है, अदरवाइज उसका भी इफेक्ट, अल्कोहल का इफेक्ट निकल जाएगा. So pricing पे देखिए, hand sanitizers are under price control by government of India. After the COVID started, they have done the price control over it. तो जो cosmetics के अंदर licensing वगैरह करते हैं ना hand sanitizers, उसकी प्राइस ज्यादा हो सकती है. लेकिन जो actual hand sanitizers करके मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हैं एज ए ड्रग, उसकी प्राइस बहुत मिनिमल रहेगी. तो आप थोड़ा पूछिए, ऐसे प्राइस एकदम ज्यादा लगेगी तो कंपैरिजन कीजिए. हैंड सैनिटाइजर्स, हैंड क्लीनर्स वो चेक कीजिए लेवल, एंड डू नॉट ओवर यूज. अननेसेसरली आते जाते हैंड सैनिटाइजर नहीं यूज कीजिए, फियर नहीं रखिए। हमें क्या करना है, दैट आवर हैंड शुड बी क्लीन, बट वी शुड नॉट बी रिपीटेडली घर में बैठे हैं तो हैंड सैनिटाइजर यूज करने की जरूरत नहीं। वी टू रिमेम्बर कि हमारे हाथ हम चेहरे की तरफ ना लेके जाए, वी शुड नॉट बी टचिंग आवर फेस, आईज एक्सेट्रा विद डर्टी हैंड्स। तो वो नहीं कर रहे हैं तो बार बार हैंड सैनिटाइजर यूज करने की जरूरत नहीं है। एंड अननेसरी ओवर यूज करने से क्या होगा, हैंड सैनिटाइजर, एक तो हमारी त्वचा जो स्किन है बहुत ड्राई बन जाएगी, जितनी ज्यादा ड्राई बनेगी उससे ज्यादा इन्फेक्शन होने के चांसेस है। ऑल्सो देयर इज वर्ल्ड वाइड रिसर्च कि हैंड सैनिटाइजर ज्यादा यूज करने से शायद हम एंटीबायोटिक रेजिस्टेंस को भी कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं। लेकिन अभी कोविड की सिचुएशन में हमें उसके बारे में नहीं सोचना है, जब यूज करना है तब करना है, बट अननेसेसरली आते जाते उसका यूज करने की कोई भी जरूरत नहीं है। And you also need to store it properly because it contains alcohol. So don't store it near the gas stove, etc. And store it properly. Finally, towards the end of my presentation, I spoke about immunity for COVID, but immunity otherwise also is very important for us. And for all that, what I see that we are going very wrong in diet. So our diet has to be correct. We need to rethink about the diet. Last 2 months, we have not eaten outside food. We have eaten home cooked food. I'm sure our health is much better than before because we are not eating junk food. Home cooked food खा रहा है, time पे खा रहा है. So it is very important to follow that lifestyle. बाहर का खाना खाना है कभी-कभी, टेम्पटेशन सभी को होता है, आपको, मुझे, सभी को, बट वो फ्रिक्वेंटली नहीं खाना चाहिए और जंक फूड नहीं खाना है. So when diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. मतलब मेडिसिन का कुछ असर भी नहीं होगा. But when diet is correct, medicine is of no need. So actually food is our medicine. So where we have to maintain the diet as much as possible. Along with that, थोड़ा तो exercise करना है. That will improve our fitness level. So the entire world is moving from pharmacy to pharmacy. This is very self-explanatory. Eating good food is good health. So we are going from pharmacy to pharmacy, and we should all remember that. Even though I'm the pharmacist and I'm the pharmacy professional, I'm telling you that. So see, otherwise I should say that medicine consumption should improve. I mean, increase. My profession should have more benefit. But I'm not saying that. It is worldwide accepted that changes in lifestyle are better than in taking any medicine. So we need to move from pharmacy to pharmacy with exercise. So thank you very much to St. Francis Institute of Technology for giving me an opportunity to connect with you. If you have any questions, you can ask. If you have any personal questions regarding your personal medicines, then you can email it to me instead of asking it right now. So thank you very much.
Good morning, ma'am. It's been an excellent session. We've got a few questions, if you could just take them up right now.
Okay.
The first one is by Meherban Singh. During the current COVID-19 pandemic, is it wise to look for a hospital or to go for self-medication for minor issues?
No, do not do self-medication, and even for minor issues. Just if you know, usually also you have cough, cold, like frequently, then it is not much to worry. लेकिन आपको कभी फीवर नहीं आता, कफ कोल्ड भी रेयरली होता है, और अभी हो रहा है, और आप बाहर जा रहे हैं रोज, कांटेक्ट आ रहा है आपका बाहर बाकी के लोगों से, then please don't ignore it. Just केमिस्ट के यहाँ जाके कुछ टैबलेट्स नहीं खाइए. It's better to consult a doctor. बिकॉज कोविड के सिम्टम्स कभी कभी बहुत माइनर रह सकते हैं, लेकिन इन्फेक्शन पॉजिटिव आ सकता है. इन दैट केस इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि जल्दी डिटेक्ट होकर ट्रीटमेंट हो. कोविड से डरना नहीं है. 80% ऑफ द पेशेंट्स हैव वेरी माइनर सिम्टम्स और दे डोंट शो एनी सिम्टम्स आल्सो. एंड आउट ऑफ द कोविड अफेक्टेड पीपल ओनली 2 to 3% डेवलप वेरी सीरियस सिम्टम्स. सो अफ्रेड नहीं हो रहना है और छुपाना नहीं है और सेल्फ मेडिकेशन नहीं करना है.
The next question has come up by quite a few attendees. The question is, can we take arsenic album 30 without doctor's advice? If yes, then please guide us about the dosage.
Okay. I'm not expert in homeopathic medicine, but I have read a lot, even from Ayush Mantralaya, there is a guideline that arsenic 30, that is dilution factor 30, can be taken on 3 consecutive days in 1 week. फिर छोड़ दो, नेक्स्ट वीक में फिर से 3 consecutive days लेना है. So, 4 गोलियां उसमें से. Now to be very honest, मैंने I don't know, I cannot recommend any homeopathic medicine, but since Ayush Mantralaya has recommended, if you want to take it from the right source. देखिए बहुत सारे वीडियोस घूम रहे हैं जहां आर्सेनिक ऐसे ही बनाया गया है और वो बिक्री हो रही है उसकी. तो वी आर टू बी वेरी केयरफुल कि आप होम्योपैथिक डॉक्टर के पास जाके या उनके अटैच फार्मेसी से ही लीजिए, तो उसकी क्वालिटी ठीक हो. नहीं तो आप खाने जाएंगे आर्सेनिक एल्बम प्रतिबंध करने के लिए और दूसरा कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है. सो वन थिंग, टेक इट ओनली फ्रॉम द एक्सपर्ट होम्योपैथिक डॉक्टर. Okay, they ask him the dosage, but as it is said in Ayush Mantralaya, 3 days consecutively 4 गोलियां, फिर छोड़ना है, फिर next week खाना है. And I'm not sure whether it is very effective. There is lots talked about homeopathic medicine. I personally am not taking it. I believe in the good diet, good exercise, and yeah, that's it. So I'm not taking it.
Ma'am, the next question is, if we are taking homeopathy medicines, do they also contain some small portion of poison, or do they cause any side effects?
Yeah, again, as I said, I cannot, much comment on the homeopathic medicine. उनकी पूरी philosophy homeopathic medicine की अलग है. उसमें भी जरूर chemicals है. देखो, arsenic is heavy metal, but in homeopathic medicine preparation genuinely जब करते हैं, तो it is diluted a lot. Okay, it is diluted so much that it will not be causing that kind of adverse effect. That's what they say. So it is best to, I cannot tell you much about the homeopathic medicine, but you can consult any homeopathic doctor whom you believe, and I won't be much, worry about the side effects of homeopathic medicine, but they should be made genuinely, authentically, and take it with the expert advice.
And we have a few questions on sanitizer, masks, and shields. The first one is, how frequently can I use sanitizer, and does it affect my skin?
Yes, so I discussed about it. Don't overuse the sanitizers. जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि जहां आपको उपलब्धि है पानी की, हैंड वॉशिंग की, तब हैंड वॉशिंग ही कीजिए विद सोप, बट डोंट यूज सैनिटाइजर अननेसेसरली. अननेसेसरली मतलब कैसे है कि मैंने देखा अभी लोग इतने डरे हुए हैं ना, आते जाते वो अननेसेसरली सैनिटाइजर यूज कर रहे हैं. सो फ्रीक्वेंसी कितनी रहनी चाहिए, डिपेंड्स ऑन योर रूटीन, व्हाट एक्टिविटीज यू आर इन्वॉल्व. आप अभी बाहर से घर अब ऑफिस गए हैं और उधर पानी की सुविधा इतनी नहीं है, या आज टैप में पानी ही नहीं है, कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, यू हैव टू यूज सैनिटाइजर बिकॉज यू हैव गॉन फ्रॉम आउटसाइड. देन इफ यू हैव टच्ड मेनी थिंग्स, जहां कॉमन टच पॉइंट्स है, जैसे कि डोर हैंडल्स है, डोर बेल्स है, ज्यादा पेपर्स प्यून ने आपको ला के दिए वो यूज किए हैं, तो ये सब काम आप जब कर रहे हैं तो बीच में आप हैंड सैनिटाइजर जरूर यूज कीजिए, क्योंकि देयर आर मेनी टच पॉइंट्स, यू हैव टच्ड मेनी थिंग्स व्हिच हैव बीन टच्ड बाय मेनी अदर पीपल, सो यू कैन यूज द definitely the hand sanitizer, but whenever possible you please do the hand washing, that is best. Yes.
If we can use soap to wash our hands, is it also necessary to use an alcohol-based sanitizer?
Repeat it. If we have used the if we use the soap and water.
If we are using soap to wash our hands, is it necessary to also use an alcohol-based sanitizer?
No. If you have washed your hands properly with soap and water, I repeat, any soap and water, but in running tap water more than 20 seconds, then dried it properly, you don't need to use the hand sanitizer. Now for last 2 months, I'm locked up in the house. I have rarely used hand sanitizer. एक दो बार बाहर से आने के बाद when I went out, only that time I had taken sanitizer with me. But there is no need otherwise to use the hand sanitizer. Hand washing is best, but use the right technique. That's it.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ma'am, I have two doubts about BP tablets, ma'am. So, is it okay, ma'am? Audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Suppose sometimes if we go for that is Telmistan 20 mg, Telmiwalk 20 mg. So means if it is not available in the medical store, we can go for another brand, ma'am.
You can go for another brand,
Uh,
but again with doctor's approval. Like make a call to doctor,
uh,
and this brand is not available. Can I use the other brand? Because आपको brand substitution आप कर सकते हो. समझो उसमें Telmisartan 20 mg या 40
uh,
mg. दूसरे
uh,
brand में भी same composition है. So you can
mm,
take that. Okay, patient can take it.
oh,
But if possible, just inform doctor I'm not taking this medicine, this brand, that brand. Usually, all brands should give you same result. But only thing is, sometimes those patients who are having epilepsy, etc., जो brain के ऊपर वगैरह दवाइयाँ काम करती है, वहाँ brand substitution नहीं होना चाहिए. BP के
one more,
tablets में आपको नहीं brand मिल रहा है तो ठीक है, कीजिए substitute. Keep doctor
ma'am.
informed.
Ma'am, one more doubt. Regarding this BP tablet, some doctors they will advise or they prescribe before
Selja,
breakfast.
ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, actually, we have a lot of participants who put the questions on the Google Meet and YouTube. So if you could please post your questions there, we'll be taking it in that order.
Okay, okay,
You
ma'am.
Thank you.
yeah, and ma'am, you can put an email to me. I will answer
Okay.
it. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah. Thank you.
Manjari ma'am, continuing on the sanitizer questions that were there, there have been instances of some people trying to drink sanitizers. Is it advisable?
Trying to
Drink
make
sanitizers.
sanitizer.
Consume sanitizers. Consume them.
Oh, no, no, no. No. Sanitizer should never be consumed. They have alcohol, minimum 60%. It will be too toxic for our body. And any disinfectant, any sanitizer should not be consumed. Some people use the logic that alcohol is killing virus. So if I drink it, then the microbes and virus in my body will get killed. No, we will also get killed. So please do not consume the sanitizers. Do not even take the flame vapors out of the sanitizer. Okay, so we should not be doing any such wrong, irresponsible use. Hand sanitizers are only to be applied on the hand only when as an alternative for hand washing. So never consume it. Never even think it. And I would say, this is a good question like came up. So I would say कि hand sanitizers घर में भी बराबर से रखो. Nobody should have unnecessary access to it. Children, yeah, anybody who is inclined to addiction, please उनसे भी दूर रखो क्योंकि उसमें अल्कोहल है.
Do we have to wear a mask when we are exercising, or can we wear mask when we are exercising?
No. Please don't wear any mask while exercising. If you are exercising alone, if you are in a gym may have their own rules. But exercise करते वक्त इनफैक्ट आप मास्क यूज करेंगे, आपकी जो ऑक्सीजन कैपेसिटी मतलब आप ऑक्सीजन जितना बॉडी लेना चाहती है उतना नहीं ले पाएगी. That will cause problems. Even when walking also, when you are doing a walk, brisk walking, if you wear a mask, it is a problem. So don't wear mask on such occasions. Only when you're in public, yes, you must. When you're interacting with people, yes. So otherwise, you don't need to use the mask all the time. घर में भी you all the time mask वगैरह use करने की जरूरत नहीं है. But in public, yes.
The next question is by Mr. Waqar Ansari. Can we use transparent shields instead of using masks?
Transparent shield will be an additional protection. तो आप मास्क यूज कर सकते हैं क्योंकि मास्क यूज करने से क्या होगा कि आपके माउथ से जो कुछ सिक्रीशंस आ रहे हैं वो दूसरों तक नहीं पहुंचेंगे, दूसरों के आपके तक नहीं पहुंचेंगे. So the shield is a second layer of protection, additional protection. So there are some masks along with the shield also. You can use that. So shield is very good, handy, and it can be used over the mask.
The next question.
Hello.
Deep and Shashendra. The
I could
question
not
is,
hear.
what about the recent? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
What about the recent online pharmacy trends? Are these online medicines reliable?
Good question. Online pharmacies in India, we do not yet have any dedicated laws and rules for the online pharmacies. They have flourished, trying to fit their mechanisms in the existing rules. So I would say online pharmacies, people are getting attracted more so because of the discount part. But online pharmacies, it's all virtual. You don't see anything. So I would say, at least right now, trust your nearby pharmacist, trust your nearby chemist shops than the online pharmacies. Some online pharmacies I see which are operating, they are trying to take a lot of care and okay, good. But then many online pharmacies are doing a lot of wrong businesses also. So why you want to go for something which is virtual when you have something existing nearby to you, just for some additional discounts? And now I say discounts are also coming down for in online pharmacies. So world over, a word of caution is always given regarding the use of online pharmacies. World over, यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स हो या दूसरी कोई कंट्रीज हो, दूसरे कंट्रीज में कौन से ऑनलाइन फार्मेसीज आर जेन्युइन, हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई द जेन्युइन ऑनलाइन फार्मेसीज, ये सब दिया हुआ रहता है फूड एंड ड्रग एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की वेबसाइट पे, जो आज हमारे यहाँ उपलब्ध नहीं है, क्योंकि मैंने जैसे कहा ऑनलाइन फार्मेसीज के लिए प्रॉपर रूल्स ड्राफ्ट स्टेज में है, अभी तक आए ही नहीं है. सो राइट नाउ आई विल एडवाइज not to go for such things. Again, the returning medicines etc is a problem. So you can use the nearby pharmacy shop right now.
The next question is by Ms. Prajoti and Ms. Shivangi. Ayurveda and Unani class of medicine. Do these type of medicines, if they're used in long term, are they harmful for children?
No, not really. Long term means I don't know what they mean to say for how many months or how many years. But again, I would say you try to find out a genuine Ayurvedic expert. Don't just go to the chemist shop and buy some Ayurvedic medicine because you heard and because somebody has told you something like that. Look at the quality of the medicine. That only your doctor, Ayurvedic expert doctors can tell you. And long term means I don't think we should be taking it for years together, because any medicine can have some effects, some small chemicals which make it accumulated in the body. So it is better to take short term and with the expert Ayurvedic doctor or Unani doctor's advice. Also ask the best source of medicines. If they are making it, it's okay. Otherwise, which company, which brand, etc. Also, you please ask, because we see a lot of variation in this.
Ma'am, the next question is by Dr. Jyoti Thakur. There are times when certain medicines are not are prescribed to us but are not available at the pharmacy. They are out of stock. How do we resolve this issue?
Certain medicines which are prescribed but not available in the nearby pharmacy, you can ask for the alternative, because that pharmacist only can tell you कि वो उसका ये ब्रांड नहीं है तो दूसरा ब्रांड है, ये हो सकता है. Otherwise, you have to tell the patient, pharmacist to order it or try another chemist shop. But I think usually our medicine supplies are okay. कभी-कभी problems हो सकते हैं, but overall it is okay. But you can ask for alternative brand to pharmacist or to a doctor and get it. आपको अपने वेबसाइट्स भी देखिए, बहुत सारे वेबसाइट्स भी आजकल है जो अच्छी इंफॉर्मेशन देते हैं अबाउट अल्टरनेटिव ब्रांड्स, या एप्स भी हैं.
Hello.
The next question is by Mr. Prabjot Singh. Why is it that we have to use eye drops within 1 month, and are all eye drops isotopic?
Yes, they're all isotonic. Okay, so that it is called as isotonicity. Isotonicity means same osmotic pressure as our body fluids. So all eye drops are made isotonic by adjusting the isotonicity osmotic qualities. And as I said, I did not understand the first part of question. They should be used within 1 month. Yes, because
yes.
they have.
Why should they be used within 1 month?
Yeah, because as I said, eye drops में प्रिजर्वेटिव का यूज बहुत कम होता है, एंटी माइक्रोबियल एजेंट्स का. तो हम लोग ज्यादा टाइम तक यूज करेंगे तो 1 महीने के बाद भी यूज करेंगे तो उसमें फंगल ग्रोथ, माइक्रोबियल ग्रोथ होने के चांसेस बहुत ज्यादा रहते हैं. So we should not be using it, and we are opening it again and again ना, तो बाहर से भी हवा एंटर करती है, so उसके लिए प्रिजर्वेटिव होना चाहिए. तो वी आर यूजिंग मिनिमम अमाउंट ऑफ प्रिजर्वेटिव्स इन आई ड्रॉप्स, बिकॉज ज्यादा प्रिजर्वेटिव यूज करेंगे तो वो केमिकल है, आई को हार्म करेगा, इसलिए वो विद इन 1 month वी शुड यूज. और उसके ऊपर लिखा हुआ रहता है आई ड्रॉप बॉटल्स के कार्टन्स के ऊपर, आप देखिए it will be written used within 1 month.
The next question is by Mr. Akhil Nadar. If I have a rash in my eye, can I use any eye drop from the pharmacy without doctor's prescription?
I will not recommend anything to be used in your eyes without doctor's prescription, or at least doctor's advice, because the rash or you may be having dry eyes, itchy eyes. So आंखों के ऊपर, आईज के ऊपर कोई भी प्रयोग ना कीजिए. It's better to ask doctor, at least online consultation तो डॉक्टर से लीजिए. आजकल टेलीमेडिसिन has become official in this COVID time. So if you don't have doctor, OPD closed है, तो डॉक्टर से फोन पे बात कीजिए, वीडियो कंसल्टेशन कीजिए, डॉक्टर को आंख दिखाइए क्या हुआ है. पहले तो घर पे आप वॉश कर सकते हैं, ट्राई कर सकते हैं वॉश करके कुछ फायदा हो रहा है कि नहीं, but otherwise please ask doctor only.
The next question is by Miss Savita, Miss Grishalda, and Miss Shri Jaiswal. Can calcium and vitamin tablets be taken daily? And if so, are they harmful to the body?
Now, calcium is mainly required when our bone calcium reduces, especially in the older age, right? Because when we are young, when we are eating properly, when we are doing good exercise, we don't need any additional or outside calcium. So we should not need. But if in the older age, like after 40s, menopause, especially in the women, we need more calcium. So that we can take calcium. Usually how calcium is prescribed, that you take it for 3 weeks, 1 week बंद रखो, या 1 महीना ले लो, 1 महीना छोड़ो, या alternate days ले लो. Point is, don't overload the body with so much of calcium, because if excess of calcium is taken, it may affect our kidneys, it may affect our heart, kidney stones हो सकते हैं. तो कैल्शियम भी आपको लेना है तो डॉक्टर से सलाह कीजिए. मेनी डॉक्टर्स एज आई सेड एडवाइस इट 1 month ले लो, 1 month बंद रखो, या 3 weeks ले लो, 1 हफ्ता बंद रखो. The point is, the purpose is like don't overload yourself with calcium. Secondly, vitamins. Now vitamins लेना many a times is a futile exercise. कुछ भी फायदा नहीं होता है, सिर्फ हमारे मनी वेस्ट होते हैं ये न्यूट्रिशनल सप्लीमेंट्स लेके. एंड यू सी मेनी ऑफ द विटामिन्स, मेनी ऑफ द न्यूट्रिशनल सप्लीमेंट्स आर वेरी एक्सपेंसिव. So there cannot be any shortcut to the good. This cannot be a shortcut or alternative to the good diet. We have to take vitamins when there is a need. When there is need means operation से बाद, operation के पहले, या old age में, या कोई infection बीमारी से हम recover हो रहे हैं, we need. लेकिन as a routine ऐसे ही vitamins लेना जरूरी नहीं है. It will get excreted out through the urine anyway, and we'll be just spending money on it. So आपको डॉक्टर ने स्पेशली बोला है कुछ मेंस्ट्रुएशन के प्रॉब्लम्स है, विटामिन ई बोले हैं, then you take vitamin. Unnecessarily ऐसे डाइट का पार्ट जैसे विटामिन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. It may not have effect, it may have side effect, it will waste your money. Have balanced diet, that is the only thing.
The next question is by Miss Vandana Patil. Painkillers are having side effects, but there are times such as chronic migraine pain, it is unavoidable. So in how much quantity and frequency is it safe to consume painkillers?
For migraine like problem, one has to take medicines immediately. Otherwise, like 24 hours also you can have very severe headache. So again, I will go to this, that I cannot generalize something कि how long you should be taking. Ask doctor कितने दिन तक लेना है, as and when required लेनी है. Take it only as like that is as and when required. Second thing, जिनको माइग्रेन के प्रॉब्लम्स है, उनको ये थोड़ा सा रिसर्च करना है कि उनको कब माइग्रेन होता है, अटैक कब आता है. Is it because of they are walking in the hot sun? इसके लिए हुआ, और they listen to some very loud orchestra. तो पहले आपको ये भी साइड बाय साइड ये भी देखना है कि माइग्रेन अटैक कब आता है और उसको प्रिवेंट करने की कोशिश करनी है. लेकिन माइग्रेन जैसे प्रॉब्लम है तो दवाइयाँ तभी लेनी है You may also try acupressure, acupuncture like alternative medicines, which may have an effect for some time. Again, the problem may come back, but you can always try from a good expert, expert in that.
The next question is from Ms. Dakshita Panchal.
Mhm.
Can we currently we have multiple generic medical shops where
Mhm.
prescription is not required, and even a pharmacist may or may not be present. Should we buy from such shops?
Don't buy from any shop where pharmacist is not present. Please ask the shop में कि कौन pharmacist है, मुझे बातचीत करनी है, मुझे जानना है. तो that is one thing. And I don't think कि ऐसे generic medicine के shop में pharmacist नहीं है. ऐसे हम generalize नहीं कर सकते. Maybe some shops in general only they don't have a pharmacist present. So you can.
मेडिसिन सांगते कसं वापरायचे काय वगैरे.
What is that?
कोविडच्या याच्यावर सांगते ना ती सगळं.
So you can ask the.
हो ना आता सांगते सुरुवातीला तिने कोरोनाचं सांगितलं ना.
Please see the shop where pharmacist is present.
काय
Generic medicines you can
मेडिसिन कसे
buy.
घेतो आपण ते पण सांगितलं तिने सुरुवातीला.
Please mute yourself. Are there any more questions?
Yes, ma'am. One last question that Ms. Selja was asking you.
Okay.
She was asking you about the BP medicines, so she has a continuation to her question.
Okay.
Regarding BP tablets, there are certain doctors that advise to take them before breakfast, while some advise to take them after breakfast. What timing is suitable?
Some BP medicines, see, I will say most of the BP medicines, food does not affect it. It can be taken before or after. If for same medicine, one doctor is saying before or after, I don't know. But then, in general, blood pressure medicines are not affected. Their absorption is not affected if you take it before or after. So it should be okay, but then maintain it. As I said, maintain the timing. Okay. If the molecule had changed, and if doctor is saying take it after, अभी पहले खाने से पहले लेना था, then it's a different thing. But in general, BP medicines are not affected by food, fortunately.
The last question, ma'am, is how important is our sleeping pattern? For how many hours should we sleep? And does it matter at what time we go to sleep?
Very good question. As all of you know, our ancestors used to follow the sun timings. That means सूर्य प्रकाश जब तक है तब तक खाना खाना है. सूर्यास्त के टाइम खाना खा के पेट वो जो खाने की खिड़की है वो बंद करनी है. That is most ideal. We should be following that kind of schedule if possible, as much as possible. So 7, 7:30, 8 तक खाना खाना बंद करना है. Then we have a release of hormone known as melatonin in our body, which brings sleep. So we need to sleep not too late. If we sleep too late and if we eat too late, insulin release भी होता है body में, नींद भी कम आ जाएगी. So time में खाना खाना है. We need to sleep by 10:30, 11 maximum. And we need to sleep at least on an average 7 hours. 6 to 8 hours, but I would say at least 7 hours. We should have complete sleep. Accordingly, we should manage our schedule. And again, repeating, we need to follow the daylight timings as much as possible. And try to eat after 7:30, 8 o'clock. If we don't eat anything, that will be a very good thing. We will never have problems of acidity. Weight gain will also be less. And so खाना खा के पूरा digest करके सोना है हमें. So that accordingly you plan your schedule.
Ma'am, I would like to ask one question. How the pediatric medicines are different from the normal ones, and do they have any side effects if they are taken long term?
I could not understand. What is the first part?
I want to ask about the pediatric medicines. They are syrup based. So how are they different from the normal medicines which adults take? And are there any side effects? Like if you take crocin or the ibugesic for a long time, do it have any side effect on the children as well?
Yes. So these medicines, they will have same side effects. they can have same side effect on the child because the drug is same as the adult is taking. Pediatric medicine में फर्क क्या है? The dosage is different. Okay, and they are made little bit differently. They are made more attractive flavors, etc., so that the child can accept it. So pediatric medicines are different in dosage. For child, dosage is different, and but the medicines can have similar side effect as you see the pattern of side effects in adults. So they may have same side effect. Similar
Hello,
side
ma'am.
effect. Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am, I'm having a question regarding nephropathy, which is a long-term disease related with kidney. If a person takes medicine for almost 7 to 8 years, so can a person can substitute those allopathic medicines with Ayurveda or homeopathy, and which will be effective for it, either Ayurveda or homeopathy?
I mean, the patient has already developed nephropathy. Is that right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
kidney damage हुआ है already.
yeah.
Okay. Then in that case, the patient is all taking allopathic medicines, right?
Allopathy medicine since 7 to 8 years.
Sometimes there is no alternative to allopathic medicines in the
Yeah.
already developed like such type of this damages in the body. But with the limited water intake, proper medicines, you may supplement it with the homeopathic medicines if you believe in it.
Yeah.
And you may ask the best homeopathic doctors regarding it.
Yeah.
You may try that. It may not be problematic if you try it wisely. I mean, you can try it because no other alternative. Yeah. But don't leave the allopathic medicines, please. Because
Yeah, that
may be
was
a
the
problem.
actual question.
Don't leave.
Can
No.
one person can completely bypass allopathy and go for homeopathy or Ayurveda?
No,
No, that
if
is not possible, right?
that is not wise because you don't know how if the patient will react after stopping the allopathic medicine. So nothing life-threatening should happen.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Ma'am, my question is as my mom is a heart patient and she was paralyzed before 7 years and she has recovered totally, but because of medicines, she is gaining a weight. So, is there any effect? Sorry, is there any way to reduce the weight? Because all the doctors are saying stop eating the food because we can't do that or she can't do that.
No. Nobody should go into starvation. हमें वेट भी कम करना है तो खाना खा के वेट कम करना है, बराबर से खाना खाना है, टाइमिंग फॉलो करना है. Nobody can lose weight by starvation. So please don't do that. I don't know which medicine she is taking. Some medicines do have the side effect of water retention या weight gain possible है. But I give you advice that you please refer to some good dietitians. If you write an email to me, I will refer to you some doctors whom I believe they are very good physicians of modern medicines as well as excellent obesity consultants. So please go to them. Please take their consultation and see how she can reduce the weight. Along with that, she must do some exercise which is suitable for her. And adjust the food timing. जैसे मैंने कहा रात को जल्दी खाना खाना है, रात को लेट खाना खाएंगे तो ओबेसिटी होती है, इंसुलिन रेजिस्टेंस, डायबिटीज, एसिडिटी, सब प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful session. I now hand it over to our Dean, Dr. Kevin Naronna.
Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful presentation. Thanks, Kavita, for taking the questions from participants. We are on time. 12 o'clock, we need to wind up this session.
Yes.
So, for any other question, I have posted the email ID of Mrs. Manjari, ma'am, in the chat box as well as YouTube. Also, we have shared her email ID. So you can post your queries there. Ma'am will be very happy to answer those. We have also joined. Our director has joined this. He is there already there. So thank you, brother, for joining this session. Now I invite Chinmay ma'am to propose the vote of thanks.
Yes, sir. I, Chinmay Bhange, on behalf of the entire SFIT fraternity, would like to thank Mrs. Manjari Gharat for an exceptionally informative session. We being the general public, pop up the prescribed pills to get immediate rescue from our ailments. We seem to be unaware of their side effects, if any. But I'm sure that after this session, we would definitely be extra curious about the labels, the generic drug, and its storage. Moreover, in the present pandemic of COVID 19, where disinfectants and sanitizers have assumed much importance, we were confused on how to use them, frequently or at certain times. I'm sure Madam has resolved this inquisitive feeling of ours and left us more informed. Madam, thank you so much for accepting our invitation and answering our queries. A big thank you to our director, Brother Jose Thuruttil, our deputy director, Brother Vijay Kumar Pereira, and our principal, Dr. Cincy George, in supporting our first attempt at this national webinar wholeheartedly. Last but not the least, many thanks to Dr. Kevin Narona, our Dean Academics, Mr. Paul Fernandez, our NSS coordinator, and Mr. Johnson Penn, our Assistant System Administrator, for their round the clock support and guidance for the last many days. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, Chinmay. Thank you, everyone. And thanks to all the very interactive audience. Thank you.
Feedback.
Over to Kevin, sir.
We have shared the feedback form link for the feedback in the chat box as well as in the live stream in the YouTube. You can fill the same, say within 20 or 30 minutes. So then we will stop the, link. So please fill your feedback form as early as possible. Thank you and have a good day.
आमचं बडा feedback form. मी भरते पटापट तू सांग मला काय टाकायचं काय मला दिसेशिवाय समजेल कसं किती करायचं असेल ना 1 मिनिट टाकून दे सगळ्याला सॅल्युटेशन पण मिस्टर टाकू 1 मिस्टर आहे सॅल्युटेशन
Kevin, sir, we can leave now. We can leave the meeting.
फुल नेम संजना महाजन सर्टिफिकेट तसं देतात जरा प्रोफेसर संजना महाजन अरे इकडे मिसेसटर मिस्टर मिसेस आहे ना पण 1 मिनिट तुझं रजिस्टर्ड आरपी भारंबे म्हणून केलेलं असतं नाही हो आरपी भारंबे म्हणून केलेलं घोड घालत राहते नेहमी पण मी आरपी भारंबेला आहे ईमेल आयडी आरपी भारंबे टाकले मला आंबे डोक्याचे पावर टाकले अरे तुला केव्हाची सांगत होती चित्र आरपी येस आता मी